Shalom and good morning. My name is Aaron. I'm the director of Kanada House here in Jerusalem. And I'm sitting in our prayer garden this lovely morning contemplating time. And time is very special to the Lord. Although he exists outside of time, whenever the Lord does things, he does things at a certain time, and it's really quite deliberate. Time is the first thing that God made holy in Genesis. In the creation week, he sat down and looked at the Sabbath. He said, this is holy. First thing called holy in the Bible is time. As I'm sitting here contemplating these things, we're about to come up to a new phase of time, a new month. This Shabbat will be the first of Nisan. We leave Adar and we go into Nisan. First of Nisan is a very special date. Several things are happening. In the Bible, in Exodus 40, we read that this is the day that the children of Israel erected the tabernacle for the very first time. And the cloud entered the Holy of Holies and resided with his people. So the first of Nisan, a very special day. It's also a day for us here that we will receive our first inquirer, a young Jewish man who is seeking the Lord. Enter here on the first of Nisan. Why is these dates so special? Well, we read in Exodus 19 that another date is deliberately given. It was the third month of the first year the people had left Egypt when they arrived at Mount Sinai, what we call Shavuot. And Moses ascended the mountain, and he received the 10 Commandments, and then he also was given the instruction to build the tabernacle. So the tabernacle was to be built on the first day of the third month, and it was finally constructed on the first day of the first month of the second year. So a quick math calculation reveals the tabernacle took 9 months to build. It's a special time. What else takes 9 months to create? People. God wants to live inside the Holy of Holies with his people. But more interestingly, it's the material that the tabernacle is made out of. God takes a lot of care in the book of Exodus to describe the making of the tabernacle. It takes about 11 chapters to tell us how he gets his children out of Egypt, and then 15 chapters on how you build a tent. So it's very important to the Lord. The Holy of Holies is made out of a special material. In the Bible, it's called tachash. Tachash has no translation. For us, we don't really know what sort of material it's made out of. It's some sort of skin, and various commentaries and sages and exegetes have tried to figure out what exactly this material is. Some will say they're manatees or sea cows. Some will say they're badger skins. You might see that in some translations, footnotes down the bottom. There's even a far-fetched thought by some rabbi, who Ishmael, I think his name was, who said this is unicorn skin, and this is why we have no unicorns anymore. Or rhinoceros skin, an animal with a one horn. Regardless of what we think it is, tachash is definitely one thing. It's skin. And the Lord, mysteriously, wants to live with his people inside skin. And that product took 9 months to build. So here we come to a special time, the first of Nisan, and Kanada House is opening. It also begins at the same time. This Kanada House was a vision that began when CMJ Canada began, but it was the Lord's timing. We couldn't start Kanada House before, but we can now. So here we are, first of Nisan, opening up our doors to receive the lost, and may they be found very soon. Shalom, Kanada House.